Today I'm going to show you how to automate DMs to new Instagram followers, track which message variation gets you the most replies, aka starts the most conversations, and how you can turn those conversations into cold, hard cash. Now the way we're actually going to do this is with a simple ManyChat automation where we're going to have a split test for different messages running. ManyChat recently released a new feature where you can say hi to new followers through ManyChat all on autopilot, and in this automation that I'm about to show you, we actually split test these variations and use a tool called DM Tracker so that we can see our reply rate for our new follower outreach, as well as understand which message variation gets us the highest reply rate possible. Because in order to get as many paying clients through this automation as possible, you need as many replies as possible to your initial outreach, and the only way you're going to be able to do that is with data. Now, to make it as easy as possible for you, I've put the templates for this down below in the description. You can get them completely for free, and it's going to take you to this page right here. Right here, you have the simple ManyChat automation, which you can import into your ManyChat account. But before we do that, make sure you sign up to DM Tracker, which is what we're going to be using to actually track the reply rate. And they have a free 14-day trial. You can sign up completely for free. Link is also down below in the description. And once you sign up to DM Tracker, make sure you complete the onboarding for DM Tracker first so that the ManyChat and DM Tracker connection is established before you proceed with the steps in this video. Now, once you have DM Tracker set up and you have the connection established, go ahead and import this automation right here into your ManyChat, which is going to open up this automation on screen. Now, the first thing we're going to do is understand what is actually going on here. Somebody is going to follow us, and we're going to pick a random path out of 3 different paths. Now, if you have a low volume of DMs, you could also reduce this to simply have 2 separate paths right here. What happens then is we set the new follower outreach message into this field right here. So we set the first version, the second version, and the third version, and we then go ahead and track that message inside of DM Tracker. This is going to show us exactly how many outreach messages we're sending, as well as show every single lead that gets the outreach message in DM Tracker. Now, it also tracks follow-ups for these leads, but that's something I'll get into down the line when I'm showing you how to turn as many of these people into paying clients as possible. So the first thing you're going to have to do inside of this ManyChat flow is go ahead and adjust each of these messages. Now, the goal with these messages is to ask a question that starts the conversation. We're not trying to pitch them. We're not trying to gauge their interest. We're not trying to do anything except for start a conversation. So that is all that your opener needs to do. So go ahead and adjust these 3 fields for the 3 message variations that you want. You're also able to go ahead and add in paragraphs right here if you'd like to. Now, once you've configured these messages, simply go to the first DM Tracker node, open it up. Make sure that your authentication token here shows without a timestamp. If you see a timestamp, which is usually going to be the case, is if you completed the regular DM Tracker onboarding and then imported this template, all you need to do is remove it, click here, and find the new authentication token. Now go to the body and do the same thing for the organization ID. If there is a timestamp showing, simply delete this, click on Add Field, look for the organization ID, and add it in like this. Now, the final thing you need to do is make sure that you add the email that you used to sign up to DM Tracker into this field up here. So for example, in my case, it would be emil@omnifusion.ai, but just make sure that you add your email right there. Now we're going to go ahead and proceed and do the same exact thing for the second and for the third node, and once you made your changes, simply go ahead and click on Save. Now that this is fully done and set up, you can go ahead and test it by adding a trigger, and in this case, there's already a trigger in the template that says OmniFusion Testing. Now, all you would need to do to actually test this setup is go and DM the Instagram account that you have connected inside of ManyChat, the keyword OmniFusion Testing, and it's going to trigger the flow, get the message, and track everything inside of DM Tracker. Now, all you need to do over time is look at your statistics, look at the reply rate by different outreach messages, and in this case, for example, this one has 27% and this one has 17%. So we would go ahead and cut this one and keep this one. So you want to keep improving over time, and based on this, we could now come up with a new split test that we want to do based on the winner. Now, I would highly recommend watching this video here as well. There's a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown here, and the common bug fixes for this are here as well. But once people actually reply to this, how do you turn those new followers that you messaged and replied to you into actual paying clients. I'm going to make this as easy as possible for you to understand and implement inside of your business today. Now, the first step is we need to go ahead and open the leads that we're talking to. Now, that is what we have done with the new follower outreach message. The opener is completed. The second step after they reply to this opener is we want to build rapport. Ignore my ugly handwriting, by the way, but we want to build rapport with the people who responded, meaning we have a little bit of chit chat and get to know them a little bit personally, like where are they currently at with their fitness goals, for example. If you're a fitness coach, how are things going with their agency? If you're a business coach and you help people improve their agency, we want to build rapport as the second step. After you've built a little bit of rapport, you want to go into the pain that they're currently experiencing in their situation. And usually that will happen in the rapport stage. If you ask them how their training is currently going, they may say, I'm struggling to lose a little bit of weight. But that is a surface level pain point. Here, we want to dive deeper into what they gave us in the rapport section. We want to identify what weight they're currently at, how it's making their life more difficult, or if you help agency owners improve their agencies and get to the next level in revenue, what are they currently struggling with most? Is it client acquisition or delivering? And then you can dive a little bit deeper into that. What specifically about client acquisition is the issue? How many leads are you getting currently? What problems is that causing inside of your business by you not having enough lead flow? So you want to really identify the pain as the third step. Now, the fourth step is where the fun really begins, because we want to bridge the gap between where they currently are and where they want to get to. And you bridge the gap in one simple way. Once you have the pain point identified, you ask them where they're trying to get to. So you identify the future goal and you create the gap in between that. So you try to understand, okay, why are you currently not being able to get to this? What is holding you back from getting to your current painful situation to the future goal that you want to get to? And then as the fifth step, you position the call, the meeting with you, as the way to bridge the gap between the pain that they're currently in and the end goal that they want to get to. When you pitch the call, you don't want to pitch them on the service. You want to pitch them on a call where you can cover these main points with the pain and how to bridge the gap. That is what you want to get them on the call for. So you could say something like, hey man, totally get that. I've actually worked with someone in that exact situation and I have a couple ideas on how we can help you get from X to Y. Would you be free sometime in the next days to go over that together on a call? If they say yes to that, boom, we pitch the call and we're in and we can get the call. But the most important thing is that throughout this process, people are going to drop off. Here, someone's going to go ahead and visit their mom and they're not going to be able to reply. And here, someone's going to be afraid to open up about their pain points and they're never going to return unless you use DM Tracker, which actually allows you to track follow-ups. Now, the way DM Tracker works is that it tracks when someone last replied to your message and then categorizes them into different follow-up stages based on their last reply. Now, you can configure your stages in the stages section to set up any time buckets that you want to follow up with people. And the follow-up board will tell you exactly when to follow up with people and when the last interaction happened. So in this case, I can see when we reached out to the person, and in this case, they never replied back. All I'd have to do is click on the Instagram icon, do my follow-up, and click on Mark is done. If I decide I never want to follow up with this person again, I can hit X, and they're going to be removed from the pipeline in DM Tracker, and we're never going to be able to complete the process. So only do that for people who you actually do not want to continue talking to. Alternatively, you can also see people where they last replied along with their last message, and you can go ahead and follow up with these people as well. So this is going to be for people who are a little bit further down the process, currently sharing their pain points or maybe building a bit of rapport. By having everybody organized in your follow-up board, you can ensure that you never miss a lead again and everybody throughout your stage is accounted for. And by handling your conversations like this, by making sure everyone's accounted for with DM Tracker and optimizing the amount of people that actually reply to your initial message, you can turn as many people as possible who start following your account into paying clients who end up giving you money. Now, I have a ton more videos on this channel showing you how to use AI, automation, and sales strategy to book as many calls and sign as many clients from your Instagram DMs as possible. So make sure to check those out. I'm going to put a couple resources down below in the description. And if you want us to implement this stuff for you and help you take your business to the next level, if you're already doing numbers on Instagram and want to scale it up with less human effort, go ahead and book a call down below in the description. Let's have a chat and see if we can help you. And with that being said, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, and I'll see you in the next one.